Hello class 8, this is Rohit Tiwari and today I am going to teach you something from civics book. This is the chapter number 2 and the chapter name is the Indian Parliament. अब ये पार्लियामेंट क्या है? पार्लियामेंट हमारी वो बॉडी है जहां हमारे इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स बैठते हैं, डिस्कस करते हैं चीज़ों को और देश के लिए लॉ बनाते हैं। अगर मैं इसको अपनी पीपीटी के थ्रू आपको थोड़ा समझाऊं कि हमारे यहाँ पार्लियामेंट्री गवर्नमेंट क्यों है, क्योंकि इंडिया इज अ रिपब्लिक। द हेड ऑफ द इंडियन यूनियन इज प्रेसिडेंट। इट कंप्राइज ऑफ काउंट ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स। द मिनिस्टर्स आर कलेक्टिवली रिस्पॉन्सिबल। Following British pattern, India has adopted the parliamentary form of government. So in the previous chapter already we discussed what is the difference between parliamentary and presidential form of government. The founding fathers chose the parliamentary form of government as they gained some experience of operating it under British rule. Further, there were advantages in continuing the established institutions. It was best suited to accommodate varied interests of India. Now the Parliament of India consists three main parts. These are the three major components: the President itself, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So you can see the President is above the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay. Next is, you can see what is a simple definition of Parliament. Union legislature is known as Parliament. Parliament has two houses. One is lower house, one is upper house. Upper house is called Rajya Sabha and lower house is called Lok Sabha. The member of both the houses is known as Member of Parliament or MPs. The Parliament has to meet at least twice in a year. Winter session and then summer session, two sessions at least they are meeting. So semester wise you can say are 2 times in a year. Lower house, house of the people, maximum strength 552. Here we have 250 maximum seats. 530 members come from states after election. 20 members from Union territories and 2 members from Anglo-Indian community nominated by President. And another thing, 238 from states, Union territories and 12 members nominated by President. So here the President can nominate 2 members and here President can nominate directly 12 members. Here the tenure is 5 years, but in Rajya Sabha the tenure is 6 years. What are the qualifications to become the member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? Should be an Indian citizen, both the side. This side not less than 25 years of age. This side 30 years. Should not hold any salaried government job. And the same point is here. It means they are not enrolled in the government job. Only they can apply for it. They can go for election. Should not acquire the citizenship of another country. They must be Indian, both the side. We have this clause. Should mentally sound good, which means mental status should be good. Okay. Should not be bankrupt. Should not be bankrupt, same. It means दिवालिया नहीं है, उनके ऊपर बैंक का कोई लोन इस तरह का मतलब वो पूरी तरह से बैंकरप्ट नहीं हो चुके हो, दिवालिया ना हो चुके हो, उनकी सब प्रॉपर्टी सब सीज की जा चुकी है बैंक के थ्रू. No criminal procedures against him. It is similar for same for Rajya Sabha. The role of Parliament to select the national government, to control, guide and inform the government. It's a law-making body. अब यहाँ पे 2 पार्टियां बैठती हैं. एक पार्टी है रूलिंग पार्टी, एक है अपोजिशन पार्टी. The party secured the majority of seats in the Parliament. Opposition side, the party in opposition, they act as check on the ruling party by criticizing its policies. Power क्या है? Power of making laws, putting laws into action, control over finance, power to provide justice, making few changes in the constitution through amendments. मेकिंग लॉ, अब यहाँ पे 3 रीडिंग होगी, फर्स्ट रीडिंग, सेकंड रीडिंग, थर्ड रीडिंग. बिल इन द अदर हाउस एंड प्रेसिडेंट assent. The parliament can introduce new law and change the old ones. The law is first introduced in form of bill, and the bill is adopted of a proposal law. So the bill becomes the law. First reading, 3 times, discussion, and then finally bill becomes the law. And the 3 categories of bill we have, the first is money bill, ordinary bill, and constitution bill. Money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha and by the ruling party. Lok Sabha is more powerful on this issue. The Speaker of Lok Sabha has to certify it as money bill. After 3 readings in the Lok Sabha, the bill is sent to the Raj Sabha, and Raj Sabha only can give suggestions. So this bill, it is produced and introduced only in Lok Sabha, discussed in Lok Sabha, finalized in Lok Sabha, just giving to have a look for the Raj Sabha people. They can give only suggestion. So the first bill is discussed and introduced in Lok Sabha, then passed to Raj Sabha, just have a look. If they have any suggestion, they can mention. Ordinary bill, any member may introduce an ordinary bill. It can be introduced either in Lok Sabha or in Raj Sabha. Once the bill is passed in one house after the 3 readings, after their readings, there are total 3 readings are there, it goes to the other house. If the second house wants to change the bill, it may send to the house where it originated. So both the house, they can introduce their ordinary bills. But like suppose one ordinary bill is introduced in Raj Sabha and they have discussed 3 readings, but they have to send to the another house, it means Lok Sabha. Similarly, if Lok Sabha they have discussed ordinary bill in Lok Sabha, and after 3 reading, and then they have to send this bill to the Raj Sabha members review. So both the house, whenever they agree, then the bill becomes law. If the House of Origin refused to make changes up to 6 months and a block is created, then the president will call for a joint session of both the houses. So only president can call the joint session of both the houses. It's a point to be noted. After discussion, the bill be passed. Then it goes to president, and after the president sign, the bill becomes law. So first both the houses, they have to agree on each other bill, and then president sign, and then bill becomes law. And the law, then it's called an act. The constitutional bill. This bill used to constitutional amendment. This can be introduced either in Lok Sabha or in Raj Sabha. It's a third type of bill. So we have discussed total already 2 bills. There are total 3 bills we have. The categories of bill, money bill, we discuss, ordinary bill, and now the constitutional bill. The first bill only can introduce in Lok Sabha, it was money bill. But constitutional bill and the ordinary bill, it can be introduced either in Lok Sabha or Raj Sabha. Any house can introduce it. So this much I have explained through my PPT. Let's back to the main chapter of class 8. So these things we have discussed, the total composition of Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. Now there is a conversation among students, fictional conversation, Mary, Radhika, Ranveer, Sabana, Muskan, Pranav, Radhika, Munal, and Mary. Maybe some names are common in our class, so you just have a look and read it what they're discussing. So functions of parliament we discuss, functions of law we discuss, and ministers, it's a council of ministers which help the PM, and they both decide, council of ministers, cabinet, and the prime minister, for the welfare of this country, for the development programs. All the major decisions of this country is made by cabinet along with PM. So we were discussing the bill, and you can see in this chapter it is also written about the first reading. First reading, the minister of the concerned department, ministry or member of the parliament present the bill, briefly explain the structure. While presenting it, this is called first reading of the bill. So it means the first reading, a person, a minister who has prepared, who has the idea of it, who has drafted it, he is going to or she is going to explain in brief what's the structure, why it is presenting, and this is the first reading. And then after second reading, there are two stages of second reading. In the first stage, the objective of the proposal bill are discussed and members in the house express their opinion on it. Then there is a space, there is a house is open. What is your opinion? If anybody having any objection, they are just putting forward their points. The supporter of the bill give favorable opinions while the opponents discuss the defects and the faults in the bill. So it is a, you can say this is the kind of debate in the house. The ruling party is producing a reading, the bill, the first reading. In the second reading, the opposition, they can search the fault and defects, and then they are going to exaggerate it. And the meanwhile, the people, the supporter of the bill, maybe from the ruling party, they're trying to defend. So defend and some there of it. After the discussion within the house as per the requirement, the bill is sent to committee of the house. The committee report consisting of the instruction and recommendations is sent to the house in order to make the bill flawless. Now the second phase of the second reading begins. This phase, the bill is discussed clause by clause. Members can suggest changes. After this, the voting is taken in the house. So it means there are two stages in the second reading. In the first stage, after this debate process, ruling party and the opposition, this bill is going to send to the committee, parliamentary committee, and then after the parliamentary committee review, then this in the second phase, the bill is discussed clause by clause, and the members, they suggest the changes, and then there is a voting. Now we have to come to the third reading. The bill is discussed briefly again during the third reading. Voting is taken for approving the bill. If the bill gets an assent by the required majority, then the bill is considered passed by the house. The bill undergoes the same procedure in the other house. After getting an approval by both the houses, the bill is further sent for assent by the president. And when the president signs, then this bill becomes law. So I think you have understood any bill, ordinary bill, money bill or constitutional bill, whenever both the houses are agree and it is passed on both the houses, and then after president's signature, then particular bill becomes the law. So I think this much is enough for today, and you have to revise what is bill, what's a bill we have in our parliamentary system, money bill, ordinary bill and constitutional bill, and what is the procedure. There are total 3 readings, first, second and third, and then finally president, and then it becomes law. So this much you have to revise today, and rest of the topic we'll discuss next time. Thank you so much.